It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Carolina Panthers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield going to the air right away. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Play fake. Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Tommy Tremble, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. That play could never get started thanks to the defensive effort of Shaq Thompson.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Burrow. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown Breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Escaping the pressure right. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Panthersons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
There's Tremble, the tight end. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Tommy Tremble with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This goes out wide from Nixon. Finding space at the 40. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Here we go.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
2nd and 12. Here's Burrow. He sets to fire deep. And this throw will be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we're having trouble. We still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Taking a shot here for Marshall. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And now ball going to be intercepted yet again. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Now a throw here to his running back. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. That is caught by Anderson.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
That's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. This is Anderson over the middle. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They got to get to the 23 here on third. Mayfield looks to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So that now back-to-back drive CD that have ended with an interception.
I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him, and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Have excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield flushed out right. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And again, it's Mayfield. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on football.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice.
That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. 26 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
11 mighty.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
I'm fine, ready? 11, Thomas. 12.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They give him a gain of 37. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Now it's Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is, if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
First down, Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
11.
Looking to throw on second down. Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Burrow on play action. To the right side and complete to Hurst. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge, maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Marquise Bell.
He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Play action. It's Burrow. Out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat. And if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
11 MT.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On second and a long way to go. Burrow, he's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Well, this is a new concept. It's 3rd down, but they've got the punt unit on. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
At the 44-yard line.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Wide open. It's Marshall, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A gain of 32 that time. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now here's Palmer on the jet sweep. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mixon. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Down to about the 45.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Yetur Gross-Matos able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Mayfield's throw pulled in by Marshall. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody want? And this is taken in at the 5. And he will be taken down, but it is a huge play there to flip field position. And they'll be on the other side of the field as we have reached the 2-minute warning. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. 1st and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on 1st down, there was no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turn the ball.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
They are on to the fourth quarter in Jacksonville.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Burrow.
Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina.
Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon, because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for the Panthers, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week.
out like I'm